Okay, good evening, teachers. Now we'll start with the bridge course program, Social Science, grade 8. Now this program or the bridge course is being developed by NCERT, which is aligned with NEP 2020 and NCF 2023. The main aim of this bridge course is to bridge the gap between the old curriculum of standard 7 and to the new competency-based curriculum of grade 8. Now, this curriculum is being designed for 6 weeks, as we'll be taking it for 4 weeks. So, whatever activities are there, within the time frame, whatever is available, we can take those activities. Now, the bridge course objective of bridge course is the following skills will be assessed through this bridge course. That is collecting evidence, classifying, interpreting the same, recognizing spatial patterns, map reading, locating places, developing creative and analytical thinking, promoting questions, critical thinking, interdisciplinary perspectives for the in-depth understanding of occurrence and happening. So as a teacher, we should encourage students' active participation. They should be taught in an inquiry-based learning. The things what we have to get from the students is a very clarify concepts through their activity, whatever activities we'll be taking. See that the concept is clearly understood by the students. Foster skills like evidence collection, map reading, thinking, interdisciplinary corrections. And what are the different methods we can use here? Like discussion, debate, role play, projects, community services, and assessment can be on the basis of observation, peer reviews, group discussion, reflective questions, and simple projects. Now, when all these activities are being done, we should see that students should be supported in taking part in the activities. The activities should be very engaging activities. Activities like map work, field visits, project work, role play, debates, all this type of activities should be given to the students and see that they get connected with the real life contest. Now, this bridge course is specially designed for under themes like theme A, theme B, theme C, and theme D. So we'll move further with theme A. So theme A, in the theme A, we are having 2 topics, India, agriculture and soils. And second one is human resource. So the first one we'll take now, India and agriculture and soil. So here we have to promote the use of internet and to study the interactive thematic maps of agriculture on the school Bhuvan NCERT portal. So whatever computer labs we're having in the school, so we can make use of this to make the students aware of these different maps. Then we can organize discussions with regard to these thematic layers. Like we can tell them, if we take the topic of rainfall, we are teaching the students high rainfall, low rainfall in different areas which are there in India. So we can go through the maps and we can discuss with the students like what are the different areas where the rainfall is low or areas where rainfall is high. We can give the students different outline map of India and then tell them to look at those areas with a high rainfall, low rainfall areas, the medium rainfall areas. So they should able to understand maps, especially when the map reading should be focused more here. Then we can have a distribution of wheat and rice in India. We can tell them the areas in India where the wheat production is there or the rice production, the different crops are being grown. Even the layers of the soil or different areas in India where the different states of India having different types of soil. So we can tell the students like, see, these are the with the map of India. We can show them these are the areas which are having black soil or clayey soil, alluvial soil. So all these type of minute things or information that should be shared with the students so that next time when they are seeing this map or they should be able to read those maps with the proper you can say the indications which are given there. Encourage the students to explore modern agriculture practice and the impact of it is on the environment. Even you can encourage students to collect different soil samples. This can be done with the area where they are staying. You can tell the students like tomorrow when you are coming to school, bring a sample of soil from your area, and then you can compare with the different soil which is been brought in the class, so that they can see that the texture or the color or the composition of the soil what they have brought. So a child will get more connected with the nature. Then next one, student can be motivated with the local environment by linking the agriculture practice. So the nearby, if there is any agriculture field, we can take them for the visit, or you can tell them how crops have been grown at in this field, or how the soil is there. Or during the rainy season, when the rice cultivation is done, so during that time we can take the students and make them to work in those fields. Let them real experience in working into the fields. Students they give a very nice, you can say the information about the fields, because many of these students they literally they work into the fields, so they will tell teacher this type of soil is good for such crops, and we go into the fields, we do grow the crops. All this type of things they share with the teachers. So real life experience is very important here. Then you can establish a historical and cultural connection, discuss how agriculture is intervened with the India's history, economy, and cultural festivals. We can tell why Sankranti is being celebrated, or why other festivals which are there. There is a connection of agriculture with this all festivals, which are Pongal is there. So we can relate all these festivals with the which are specially agriculture based festivals with the students, so they get acquainted with the things which are these are the activities which we can plan. Like we may organize a trip for the students to or observe the agriculture activities, crop cycle or irrigation methods. Next, we can have the promote opportunities for the students to collect soil samples or the taste their properties, such as texture, pH, or the nutrient content. Then we can have activities like children may be given group tasks such as preparing charts on the soil types or the comparative study of the traditional and the modern farming methods. You may also organize lectures and sessions by local farmers. You can call the farmers who are there, or there may be students whose parents also may be doing farming, they must be. So you can call them also and let the students have a talk with those people. They can ask them different questions. Then opportunities may be provided to explore and overlay the various maps on the school Bhuvan NCERT portal, or the Atlas map may be used to understand the various concepts. After doing all these activities, we can assess the students, like different quiz is being given here. So you can ask the student question and let them answer the questions there. Then we can have a question and a discussion session, like define agriculture, mention 2 types of farming practice. Let them find out all this. Let them search. Let them find out all the question discussion topics are there. The questions which are they will discussing. Let them form the groups. Let them find out the answers. Let them prepare charts based on that. So when they do by themselves, it is that they understand it more. Whenever they need any help, the teachers can help. You can tell them to use internet, or you can tell them to use the school library also, or discuss with the students and form their own charts, have their own, you can say, charts in the class. Then group projects can be done. Prepare a chart on the traditional and the modern farming practices in India. Discuss it with your classmates. A map work represent different soils on the map of India. So these activities can be taken done in the theme A, that is agriculture and soil topic. Now in the theme A, the second topic which is there is human resource. So here in this human resource, you can encourage students to understand the concept and the significance of human resource. Like facilitate to help to recognize the role of population in the economic development of a country. Like why population is important to a country's development. If a young population is there, what will happen? If older population is there, what will happen? So that has to be discussed. And we can discuss, like compare different countries like India with Japan, or India with China, China, Japan. So and according to that population of that country, and what type of population is there, how it is affecting their economy, that discuss here. Then what are the different factors affecting the distribution and the density of population? Why the population is more, or why particular area densely populated, why other areas are not? So that can be discussed with the students. Then interactive discussion can be organized, or you may begin with the questions like why people are considered a resource. Or you can have a debate with the students. You can form the groups and then discuss on a particular topic, like what makes a person valuable to the society and organization. They can have a number of answers to this. They will come with a different new ideas also. Like motivate students to understand the importance of education, health, and skill enhancement. Tell them like why taking good education is necessary. Then you may also explain the definition of human resource in the review of their skills, knowledge, ability that people possess. So if highly educated people are there, how they can help to the country. If less education is there, what what it will affect to the countries. If highly skilled people are there, then it can be more good for the economic development of the country. So this type of things can be explained. Now here the activities you can say is, as we said, a debate can be organized. Is a large population an asset or a liability, or a group activity? Students can create models of population pyramids for different countries and compare demographic challenges. A role play can be done, like assign students role. For example, they can be a teacher, doctor, engineer, and discuss how their profession will contribute to the economic development of the country. Then we have after finishing this, we can assess the students. Small quiz is been given there, and questions are there for the discussion, which the students can discuss, and they can find out the answers for themselves. So it is mainly this course is wherein the students have to express their more of discussion, more of debate. We go to the theme B. Now, in the theme B, we have topics like survey of local historical places, then sources, that is numismatic, literary, epigraph, etc. And the third one is journey through India's architecture. So the first one will take, that is survey of local historical. Like we can plan for the activities. Like at this time during this bridge course, it is not possible to have a field visit for on and often. So whenever it is possible, we can club the activities of 3-4 subjects, and we can have a field visit so that the students get a better knowledge of a particular thing. Like we can visit a temple, or if there is some agricultural farm is there, or some gardens are there, or all panchayat house, which whatever is nearby to the students, or you can have a visit to the market. So all these things can be covered in one field visit. See here, they have given a field visit to a nearby archaeological site. Or we can take a visit to a museum also, wherein they can see many things at one glance. here in this bridge course, they have given us the visit to uh, Vishwanath temple at Varanasi. Or this is this may not be possible now, or we can show them some videos which are based on this temples. So they try to get information of those different temples. That what activities we can organize for them, like as it has been said, field visit we can have, or we take them to the other places of worship, palaces located in the nearby area of the school. A visit to local museum, collection of pictures and write-ups on any monuments. If there is a temple nearby to them, so you can tell them to what things you saw in that temple, or what are how the shape of the temple, or the design which is there in the inside the temple, some unique things. Or they must have visited many places with their parents also. You can tell them to share their information also, like a particular temple which they visited, how it is different from the temple which is near to their school, or any other things like that. Preparation of an album or a report or artifacts, coin, travelers, and other accounts in the mixed group. So students can form the groups and they can prepare the album. So they can take up the pictures of different temples. They can paste there, write a different information about that, or different coins, pictures of different coins which were being used during the different eras. That also they can do. Now, after doing this, they can have the assessment. A small assessment is there, a quiz type of assessment, and questions for the discussion. You can have that a project historical places can be assigned to the students. Then questions or the puzzle sets can be considered. You can have on the we get those games, the puzzle games, wherein the different monuments are there. You can give this to the students. Let them arrange it. Let them enjoy with that. Then audio visual material can also be provided on the local monuments. Or the students themselves, they can do a small video on the temple which is there nearby to their locality. So the next second active thing which is there in the theme B is the sources. What are the different sources which are very helpful to learn about the history? So survey method we can especially be considered here. A visit can be organized to the noted historical sites, or by organizing such field visits, students may be made aware about the significance of the geographical location of that place. They will try to relate to the things which they have understood. And here are the different sources which have been given there. So then we can make aware students about all these different sources which are very important to learn history. And classroom discussions can be organized on the continuity and change in the use of money, usage of money as a medium of exchange. You can tell them from the past till today what are the different changes that have taken place into the form of money. So they can tell it very nicely. Like today's modern, they will say online marketing or UPI or credit card, debit card. So you should make them aware of all those things. That is a medium of exchange which has changed from a very long time. Now, reading of different travel accounts by the students help them to understand the perspective of foreign travelers, how the foreign travelers came, how we know about our India from these travelodges which is being written by these travelers. Then a role play can be organized on the personalities related to the theme, or a photo album can be prepared of the local monuments, coinage, or personalities, or any other theme which is there. Then children may be also asked to collect stamps on monuments or coinage. This will help them to learn about many things. Under these sources, we can have the activities like students may be given individual assignment to showcase their creativity in the form of poem, short stories, essays, etc. So with social science, we have to take the literature also. So that will be more, try to you can say, express themselves with regard, or then we can, students may be asked to collect old coins or compare them with the present day currency. A project on continuity and changes in the currency circulation can be given highlighting. You can have a nice project, or you can make a chart wherein they can show the different forms of money. You can also have the children to discuss with their grandparents about the textiles and the costumes, which encourage them to the diversity of costumes in there. You can have a small talk with the grandparents. You can tell the students, like, you interview a grandparent and they'll ask them in the olden days what type of clothes they were wearing, or what are the different costumes they have seen. Or we, as a student, they can also do a little research on the different types of costumes which have been worn by the people in India. Then assessment, like a project on primary sources can be given, an essay on the travel accounts can be given to focus on the strength and the limitations. Like the next thing is that a journey through the India's architecture. It is in theme B only. In the theme B, we can have the field visit here to Kailasnath temple. Here we can organize a field visit to the nearby temple or the monuments which are there. A similar activity can be organized on that visit. Visit places of the historical importance in the local area. Encourage our students for observing those temples or evidence collection and how structures were built during that time. All those things can be mindfully observed by the students, and they can take this information, and when they are learning about that particular chapter, so that will help them. So you can organize activities like field visit to places known for architecture, or you can prepare and ask the sources of endowment to any one of the monuments. And assessment, how we can have assessment? Tell the students to visit a particular temple or the historical places and get information on that. Students may ask, and they may be asked to write an essay on the particular monuments, what they have seen. A map book can be also given, or of locating temples and their deities. So you can give a map of India and tell them about other different temples which have been which are there in India. Go to theme C, which goes with the topics like types of government, monarchy, dictatorship, oligarchy, theocracy, and democracy. Then second topic in the theme C is introduction to the Constitution of India. And the third one is central and the federal structure of the government. The first one will take from the theme C, that is types of government, that is monarchy, dictatorship, oligarchy, theocracy, and democracy. So in this, what we can tell the students, we can have a discussion of understanding the meaning of all these types of government. So let the students get aware of what different types of governments are there in today's world also. Like promoting among the students to explore the role of the people in the different forms of government. So they can tell, like in democracy, how the people's view is more important. Or the same way, in the monarchy, they will tell you who is more important, absolute monarchy. Like in Saudi Arabia, we are having absolute monarchy. Then constitutional monarchies in United Kingdom, Japan. United Kingdom, Japan is having constitutional monarchies. Then Bhutan also having constitutional monarchy. Like India is having democracy. United States. So all these things can be discussed with the students. Then reflecting and assessing on how students understand a different government. Like they can tell which one is good government, form of government, why. All those type of discussions can be done. What activities as a teacher we can plan with the students, like debate and discussion on the types of government that ensures the fairness and the people's participation. Then a case study comparison can be done between democratic and non-democratic form of government. Then a role play can be organized, we can form the groups of the students, and we can tell them, or you can have a role of a monarchy or a dictatorship, and they can organize a short play, and they can explain their concept of monarchy, dictatorship in that. So in this, we can have assessment for the students, like match the following, because after discussing with the students all the different types of government, so we have to know if the students have understood. So small match the following can be given to them so that they can match it and see if they have understood the concept or not. And small fill in the blanks are there. Even then there are questions for the discussion in the section C. So wherein they can differentiate between the monarchy and democracy, or you can tell them why is democracy considered a government for the people's government. All those type of discussions can be done. So they can be made aware of the different forms of government very well. The next topic which is there in the team C is Introduction to the Constitution of India. Here, you can understand, make the students understand the Constitution of India. Start by asking them open-ended question like, why do we need a constitution? Or what will happen if there is no constitution? Or we can tell about how the constitution was formed, who are the people who are very key people who played a very good role in the formation of the Constitution of India, like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Hansa Mehta, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. We can tell them to take the photos of, find out the photos of these people and write a small article on them, like what was their contribution in the formation of the Constitution of India. You may also use online quiz, interactive websites, and videos to explain the making of the Constitution of India. You can use a projector in the school wherein you can show the small videos which are based on which are there available on the YouTube or internet, or which can show them how the Constitution of India was formed. Small videos can be shown to them, so they will know that really it was there. What the teacher is teaching to them, it had happened some years back. Or we can have a digital Sansad, Constitution of India, then the .NET website, we can go there. There are 10 different episodes are there, which is on the Constitution of India. They organize field trips on the virtual tours to the democratic institutions such as Panchayat, Legislative Assembly, Parliament of India, Supreme Court. So as we know, we take the students for the visit to Legislative Assembly also when the Assembly is there. So we take the students for this Assembly sessions also. The Panchayat also, that means especially students, some schools, they visit Panchayat on 15th August or 26th January. So we will make them aware of all these institutions which are there and which form government. Like activities, what activities as a teacher we can plan? Encourage the students to collect pictures on the pages of Constitution, or explain, illustrate them, the paintings by Ananda Lal Bose, then the pages of the signature which are there. Let them go through all these things. Then encourage students to identify and discuss constitutional values given in the preamble of our India's constitution. Then provide case studies on the fundamental right, for example, right to equality, right to education. Encourage students to design their own constitution. Like a group can be assigned to task to design a constitution, or they can have a small constitution for their own class, like how the class should be neat and clean, or there should not be any noise in the class when the teacher comes, goes, how the students should behave. That small constitution they can design. Or defining governance, rights and duties. Their work can be presented in the classroom in the form of discussion. So here a small match of following is given, wherein the students can match rights which are given to us by the Constitution of India with the situations or the examples which are there. In the blanks are there, wherein the students, if they have understood the concept, so they will solve all these things. Teacher can help them also. If the students are not able to understand the the concept, teachers can help them. Then there are some questions for the discussion also. So who was the drafting committee chairman of Indian Constitution, write about his or her constitution in making of the Constitution of India. Name to fundamental rights, fundamental duties. You can tell the students to have a chart on this fundamental rights and fundamental duties. In the section D, we can have a group project, collect pictures of the key framers of the Indian Constitution and compile the theme in a file. So they can put the photos of those people who are there in the designing of our Indian Constitution, right? About small contribution of there in the formation of India's Constitution. The third topic which is there in the theme C is central and federal structure of the government. So here, you can explain the salient features of the central and the federal government with examples. You may also draw the real life examples of the power sharing systems from Constitution of the country, such as United States of America, Canada, India. Now you can relate the students with the current situation also, which is going on international level. What situations are there? We can make the students aware of those things. Or you can bring a newspaper and tell them to read those international news which are there. You can explain them. So they will develop that interest in reading of the newspaper. So they will know that different countries, they also face with different problems, and who are the people who are trying to solve those things, or who are the people who create the trouble for the countries also. The interactive activities may be conducted in the form of group activities or games to discuss power distribution and engage the students in the decision making processes. Or we can have the debates also can be organized on the importance of union government versus the state government, promote a critical thinking. We can ask them why, what are the duties of the union government, what are the duties of the state government, how they have to do their work. So for the better running of our country. What activities a teacher can plan for the students? Like a power distribution game, divide the students in the union and the state government, and decide who handles. Let them tell who handles which department, like if education department, healthcare, how they will take a decision on those. Then a role play or the debate may be organized. A group of students can be divided for representing central and the state government. A debate can be organized on those issues, such as law and climate policies. A field visits to the local, state, and the central government administrative bodies can be also organized. So a small assessment is given there on theme C. So topic that is central and federal governments, that is fill in the blanks are there. Then the questions for the discussion are there. That is what is the main difference between unitary government and the federal government. A group project can be given to the students. Design your own country with either a federal or a unitary system and present it in the classroom. So they can have their own country. The last section which is there here is theme D. So in the theme D, we have two topics, that is trade and the role of the government in the providing public facility. The first one is trade. So under this, we can have a field trips, a visit to a local market, like how this, the students can see how the negotiation goes on, a bargaining goes on, how the prices will fixed. So how the shopkeepers will sell the products, all those things. Sometimes students they themselves explain very nicely all this concept, because many of them, they do go to the markets, they purchase the things, so they can share their own experiences also. The teacher can bring newspaper cuttings in the classroom and discuss about the trade. So one such newspaper cutting is given here in the bridge course. We can go through it. It is about the electronic industry is pushing the government to the further enhance all such type of news which are international level news or which are based on the trade can be focused. Then third one, that is currency can be made of cards or to teach about buying and selling in the international market. So we can have the different types of currency, make them aware about the different types of currency which are available and how they can, how it is being used for the trade purpose. Like you can tell them what is the per rupee, or that so that they know that where our country's rupee stand in terms of dollar, and collect some more international currencies and find about their prices and relate to the Indian currency. This will help them to understand why the price of the product differs from the country to country. Then we can study the rail route and how the goods are being carried from one place to another. Similarly, routes through the roads and waterways can be also studied. Like imagine that you are a trader and you wish to go to a particular place to purchase product from the Delhi market and sell it into in another place, that is Varanasi. So what route you will follow? So that they can through the with the help of the map and the road routes, the railways routes are being given. The child follow those to reach to that particular place. For example, here it is given Delhi to Varanasi and back, how they will go. So with the help of this map, they can do this activity. Now, as a teacher, we may organize a discussion for the students about the trade between the Indus Valley civilization and Mesopotamian civilization. Find out about what were the items traded during that time. Discuss the land and the sea route which undertaken by these traders. We may also have the children to find about the trade in your family and the neighborhood areas. They may even narrate the stories about their adventure in the field. Or ask the students to imagine themselves to be a wealthy merchant in the present time. So where would they like to go and how they can contribute towards prosperous trade in their places? All these things in the class. So here, as I was telling you, the students can follow the rail route, no, from Delhi to Varanasi, how they will go. So you can use this map to have that activity. A role play can be organized, like form a group of 10 students in the class. You may assign different roles to the students, such as a farmer, trader, shopkeeper, consumer, and so on. Let them enact the role and engage in the trade with the fake money. So they can have a small bazaar type system wherein they can use these currencies and purchase some things. Ask the students to imagine themselves to be a farmer of their own state. And they provide wheat, they produce wheat and rice in a very bulk. So would they like to sell all the crops to their friend or relatives in the native place, or if not, why? So let them discuss about how they will maximum profit from the sale of the crops. Like you may also organize a debate of the following topics, like divide the class into two sections. One section can speak about for the motion and another section can speak about against the motion. So if the number of students is large, you can divide them into more groups. The topic can be taken like trade plays a very important role in the development of the country. Or India should only trade with its neighboring countries. So we can have a debate on such topics. Then discussions can be done. Have you ever purchased any product from the online market like Amazon or Flipkart? Discuss how does online market impact on the local traders and the small businesses. So there may be some students whose parents are in this field, or they may be sellers or seller of many, or they may have their own shops or businesses. So the student will tell very nicely the effect of this online market on their own business. The assessment can be done, like classroom activities can be assessed on the basis of following things: a role play. A student can be graded on how negotiation takes place between the buyer and the seller, their confidence level when they are enacting that particular role. Or student exit tickets, like students can be asked to explain the concept understood through the various activities. before leaving the class. A concept map, can be asked to indicate relations between buyer and seller, wholesaler, trader, consumer, producer, and so on through the concept map. Then a comic or the storyboards can be done. Students can be asked to develop these comic and storyboards on suitable trade practices, like how cotton is being produced in the land, then how from that produced cotton, how the farmer sells it, from where cotton goes till the end, it goes to the industry and the cloth is being produced. So all these type of things can be explained. Now, in theme, the second section is a role of the government in providing public facilities. Like here, there are two themes available. One is public facility, and the second one is law and social justice. So, in the public facility, like we can share the experience with the peers on the public facilities and reason for the disparity in the availability of water, sanitation, and electricity. Now, water is a very important topic now. Every child will tell how there is a shortage of water, so they can express these things. Then electricity also, because it is a very hot summers are going on, and again and again light goes on. So they will explain this very nicely, like why there is so cut off of the electricity or why there is a less of water. So all those reasoning, the students should be given a chance to reason out on these topics. Like organize a debate on why government should be responsible for providing this public facilities. Like even collect details on the government schemes aimed at importing public facilities like Jeevan Mission, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. These activities they do. Students, they do these activities in the school also. So they are aware of all this. So make them more aware about all these things. They will find out more information and why government is enforcing all these activities. Understand it. Things like compile them and highlight the impact of these activities also. And group discussions on how the absence of basic facilities like clean water, electricity, sanitation affects daily life and health, especially for localities in which are economical backward section people. We can have a good discussion on these topics. Then what activities as a teacher we can do? A field visits, students can be taken to the local water treatment plant, public hospitals or municipal offices to understand how public services are managed. Then a community survey on public facilities also can be done. Make students survey their neighborhood about access to the water, sanitation, electricity, and then present their findings in the class. So they can do a small survey, like in their area, many people get a good water facility, who is not by, then a sanitation facility also, then electricity also. Like all these the small things, they can do a survey. And poster making, ask the students to create some posters highlighting importance of clean water, sanitation, and other public services also. Like documentary screening and discussion also can be done. A short documentary on the water scarcity can be shown to the students, sanitation, or public transport. And I have a discussion on those things. Projects we can give, assign the group tasks such as compare the public and the private facilities in areas like healthcare, education, transport, and analyze this and present their paper into the present their findings on a chart paper. So they can really tell about the public health center, how the public health care is there in the private. The students, they explain very nicely on this. Even government schools and schools which are private schools, so what experience they get face in schools also. Then we can have a small assessment on this topic, and even we can take the questions for the discussion, like what are public facilities, why they are important for the society, like how does the government ensure access the basic public facilities, Like all these different questions can be taken for the discussion, wherein the students may be made aware of those situations so that it becomes easier for them to learn about the further things. In the theme day, that is law and social justice is there. Okay, here in this law and social justice, case studies or paper clippings can be provided to the learners as an example of the negligence in the enforcement of laws and compensation. So we can bring newspaper in the class, give the students, make the group of the students, give them this newspaper, tell them to find out about such clippings, which are especially the examples wherein there is a negligence of law is there, or so the students will go through the newspaper, they will find out the articles which focus such type of ideas. Then group discussion on the role of the government in the regulating the economic activities. For example, analyzing the reason of Bhopal, reasons for the Bhopal case gas tragedy. That can be also done. Then comparative study of the labor laws, where students research and compare India's labor laws. So we can students can have a discussion, or they can discuss, or they can take out the information what are the different labor laws and how it has been implemented by the government of India for the betterment of the people who are working into the industries. We then discussions can be organized on multinational companies or the factories which are there in our country, and how they the facilities for the people who work in those factories also. The discussion on the right of life, that's Article 21, and it's connected with the workplace safety, fair wages, environmental production. All these things can be done. Many a times the students know their own parents, they work in the factory. So students, they very nicely they tell about what the problems faced by their parents. Many times when there is open days, we do ask the students, no, why your parent has not come. So they will tell, teacher, my parent working in a factory, so they don't allow them. If they go late, the salary is being cut. So all these things are very necessary. So they get accustomed to the situations which are there. Now, as a teacher, what activities we can organize? Like as we say, the case study analyze. Provide the students with the real life examples like Bhopal gas tragedy or the employment of child labor cases. Have them analyze the causes, impact, and the government response. Then role playing government and corporations. Divide the students into groups representing workers, company owners, government officials, and activities to stimulate discussion on the labor laws and safety and fair wages. And field visits to the local factory, organized visits to the factories, let the students observe the workers' condition, understand the laws enforced there. Then survey the workers' conditions can be also done. Let the students interview some local workers who are employed into the shop, construction, or factory workers, and ask about the wages, the working condition, and understand about the real life challenges faced by these students. Then poster making can be done on the social justice laws. Like students can create posters or infographics on the topics like child labor laws, minimum wages, environmental protection, and safety. So these all activities as we can do in our class, like there are 4 themes, as I said, theme A, theme B, theme C, and theme D. So whichever you feel, you can do this in your class. We see that more and more students are made engaged with all these activities. So as they understand all these things, they will be more active in participating also, and they will understand what topics are being taught by the teacher. It becomes very easier for them to understand. So, sir, You can share the Google form.